you're looking for for those other notes, and some of that happens. Some of that happens chemically too. You're looking at a lot of esterification. You've got some carboxylic acids that end up in the barrel through distillation, and that over time reacts with the short chain alcohols that are in there, and you get these flavors that you didn't start with. And that's the beauty of the age, and why that oftentimes is people want to shortcut aging whiskey, and everybody's got a plan for how to do it, but nothing really shortcuts aging, because there's so many distinct, discrete things happening chemically to that whiskey over that period of time that it's you can replicate a small part of it. You can infuse it with oak, you can heat it, you can expose it to oxygen in metered quantities, but you can't put this together at the right timeline in the right sequence to get those multifaceted layers. And inevitably you end up with a one note sort of thing, and then it's not a great whiskey. At the best you're going to have is a good whiskey. There are probably four main things that happen in a barrel, and 10 minor things, but the four main ones are: it's a semi-permeable membrane. You've got evaporation. If there's charcoal on the inside, that purifies the spirit. You've got the infusion of those oak flavors, both the sugars and the tannins. And finally, you have the aging. You have the chemical reactions that happen over time, and different chemical reactions happen at different points in time, depending on what other compounds are in that whiskey. And so the longer that you age, again, up to a certain point, you can go too far and get too much oak into it if you've got a barrel that has a lot of tannins in it or is very charred. But for the most part, the longer that you age that, the more you're able to get those four things to work hand in hand to get you a whiskey that is better and more interesting and goes from being merely good to being a great whiskey.